Yo, 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 good morning, everybody. Yeah, I figured I would live stream this on the channel. One, I don't have the Pixel 4a in hand because the wife took it to work. But that's a good thing anyways, because she's gonna get some photo samples for me to put together a nice little video for you guys to show you guys the camera capabilities being shot from somebody who's not a photographer and really is not a photographer. Because I'm not a photographer, but some people don't believe me because I YouTube channel and talk about tag. They're like, obviously you probably watch videos on how to capture the moments and yeah. So yeah, everything's gonna be from her perspective, her thoughts about it. And so yesterday she got off work, came home, grabbed the phone, went out with her friend and used the phone and then gave me some feedback on it. So I'm here to give you guys an update on so far on her experiences with the Pixel 4a. But also I wanted to share with you guys real quick that the Pixel Buds, the other color variations, are now live at Best Buy. I'm going to show you guys that here in a little bit and just kind of we'll kind of just talk about it. So, anyways, now let's kind of take that first. So let's go to Best Buy's website here. Let me just kind of share that screen with you guys, and we'll kind of talk about it. So, I've had the Pixel Buds for a couple of months, and I really, really, really like them. Excuse me. I'm not feeling too well, and yeah, I think they're pretty solid for what they are. So I'm going to share the screen here. So if you leave a comment, I'm not going to see it exactly at this moment, but I'll answer it when I come back. Oh, when I come back to the actual lobby here. But anyways, so yeah, let's go here. All right, so Pixel Buds now going. They're 179.99. You'll find them at your local Best Buy. They went live at midnight last night. There's so many different color options. So you have the just black variant, which is those. And I think those look actually really nice, the just black variants. But you guys tell me which one you guys think looks pretty good. If you have the Pixel 4 and Oso Orange, you can definitely have them match out with your device. You also have the white ones, which everybody has seen, and then there's the mint option. Now, I think people that like to have their accessories match their phones. I think for those who just got the Pixel 4a, more than likely are going to go with the mint or the just black. Of course, those with the Oso Orange 4 and 4 XL will more than likely go for that. But yeah, they're 179.99. It's got smart capabilities built into them. They're very solid. I'll tell you guys, they're pretty good. Translate on them works solid as hell. Um, it makes great, especially if you're traveling overseas to another country, and you definitely can use these to have conversations with those people who don't speak your native language and be able to communicate and not be mistook. So that's one of the big things about the Pixel Buds I like about them. But the sound quality is actually pretty good too. Passive noise cancellation, which means that there's no active noise cancellation in them. The deeper that you have the ear cup in your ear canal is how much outside noise it's going to block out. And honestly, if you're going for a jog, you're going for a run, you're going to want to be able to hear your environment around you. You don't want to be completely cut off to be super immersed in your music, because that's how people get hit by cars when they're jogging, because they don't hear someone honking, they don't hear the environment around them, and so they're not paying attention and they get hit. So but yeah, you can go to bestbuy.com right now and order them for 179.99. They might be available in your store. I don't know how your guys' Best Buy stores work. I know here in my city you can't go inside Best Buy to shop. You can either order online and have it available for pickup in store and go there and pick it up, or you can go to the little tent in front of their front doors and talk to a Best Buy rep there and tell them what you're looking to buy. They go inside, retrieve the item, come out, you pay for it right there at the little tent, and then you walk away with the product. So yeah, more color options. And me personally, I don't regret the fact that I didn't get a different color variation. I really like the ones that I have. All right, I'll take a question right here. This one is from Tay. Do you feel like the Pixel 4's processor could be a problem in a year from now? I would say that with any processor. I mean, even with the 800 series, those could even start to show their wear in a year's time. So the Pixel 4a, I really don't feel like it's going to have that big of an issue. The Pixel 3a is pretty solid right now. It's still just as fast as it was the day I took it out the box. It's still responsive. It still does what it needs to do. But see, here's the thing when it comes to processing chips, because it's two-sided when you look at it and you have a question like that, if I feel like it's going to be a problem in a year from now. because people go and they play with other devices, especially those that come out the next year, and you'll have that placebo effect where like you're using another device, let's say like a device that has the Snapdragon 768G, and then you're using a device that has that, and you're seeing the performance in that, and then you're going to look at the 730G, and you're going to be like, this ain't fast like it used to be. And it's not so much that it's not fast that it used to be, is that you're seeing a device with a newer processor that's, a bit faster. And like that is the whole point of why you make an upgrade hardware chip such as, Qualcomm's chips, or even Exynos, or, Kirin. There's a reason to that. You're always going to make a chip that's going to perform faster, and you will see those subtle differences between a newer processor versus an older one. But if you actually, look at what you're using right now and not touch anything else, and then a year later you can then probably see if there's any slowdowns, any issues regarding signs of age. But aging devices, aging hardware, aging processing chips, that's inevitable. There's not really a phone, actually there's not a phone at all that has maintained its performance as day one, going years down the road. Not even iPhones do that. I feel like the 800 series holds on for 2 years. The 800 series is gonna have to. The 800 series is what Qualcomm basically sells to other OEMs out there, that's made for flagships, and you want to be able to have a chip that can handle about 2 years. So again, that's like comparing apples to oranges. A 700 series is obviously going to mid ranges, so um, you're going to expect some stuff. But one thing that I have seen with Pixel devices, especially the Pixel 3a, I'll reference the Pixel 3a because that is the original Kickstarter of the A series on Google Pixels. But the software optimization has always been great. So that's like, the processor holds, part of the card here, but you also have to look at how the software is optimized too. Because there's devices that, have the Snapdragon 730G and they start to kind of run like crap. Versus the Pixel that is well optimized by Google, and it should be because it's their own. You know what I mean? It's theirs. If they didn't optimize this very well, and of course, obviously, they're going to get clowned on by the entire community. So, Gboy 888. Hey Tito, what are you looking forward to the most from Android 11? I'm hoping it improves battery life and on my Pixel 4 XL. It's good now, but a little more would be great. I think what I'm looking forward to with Android 11, and this is like not even a major thing, but being able to screen record like how you can on an iPhone. I don't know if you ever used an iPhone before, but most people that have used iPhones know that you can screen record and natively built into the iPhone. You don't have to download a third-party app that has, like their watermark on the screen, or, it's just mad sketchy just for the way that it is. With iPhones, you can literally just screen record. And like me, like I do game, I play games like Pokemon Go and stuff like that, and I would love to be able to share the experience of like how I play in my city, and the types of Pokemon that spawn here and what I catch. And being able to natively screen record would actually be great. But also that would be helpful for my YouTube channel, because if I wanted to show you guys something on it, I could natively record the screen while I do something like this, and then have a picture video that shows you guys what I'm doing on the phone, and so I can kind of describe that to everybody, and you guys will get both my description and a visible aid along with that. Pokemon, yes, I still play Pokemon Go, and I don't care who wants to clown on me for that. I play it. I'm diabetic. I got to get up and move around. And that's one way that I do it when I don't have anyone to hang out with, and I'm just pretty much like a loner. So then, I just play Pokemon Go, walk to various different places. John, thanks for the super chat, bro. Appreciate it. But yeah. With Android 11, that's one thing I'm really looking forward to. I think one of the things that Google really needs to really kind of focus on here with Android is their notification system. And I'm going to describe it to you guys. Maybe you guys will then kind of understand what I'm talking about. But, a lot of us have like, Android devices, more than one in the house, right? And maybe you have like a couple of phones that you guys use at home on Wi-Fi when you're having to charge your main daily driver device. And one of the things that absolutely just annoys me with Android is like if I get notifications on my daily driver phone, right? So my Pixel 4 is my daily driver. But let's say like the battery's like completely down, I gotta go and charge it. You never got into Pokemon Go, you wish you did. You can still get into it now. It's never too late. But anyways, so I say like I get a couple of notifications from Facebook. And I'm like, okay, I gotta charge my phone. So I put on a charger and I grab a secondary device, right? And I turn it on. um, those same notifications are going to pop up as soon as the phone is booted on. And it's going to give me the same notifications that I just checked or I just dismissed like not that long ago. And that irritates me. Like, I really feel like that Android could be a lot smarter with notifications. Is just be like, if you've checked it, like, because you're signed into your same Google account. So there should be no reason why another device that's signed into your Google account cannot recognize or, record. Sorry for the noise, guys. But cannot record that you have already checked that notification. So it should not be alerting you again of the same notification you've already checked. If it's a notification that had popped up on your other phone, but you did not check it, I can understand that coming through. And so I really think they should really fix their notifications because it is annoying if you have a phone that's been off for 3 months and it's, you've checked 3 months worth of notifications. And when you turn that phone on, one of the first thing it does when it's like updating apps in the Play Store is it just starts buzzing, it just starts going like that because every notification is coming in. That's absolutely annoying. I'm waiting for the Pixel 5 and hoping it also has a rear fingerprint scanner. I really miss the feature. If the 5 isn't a good look, then I'll go with the 4 instead, hoping for Black Friday. Oh, okay. Well, I would say this: it's gonna have a fingerprint sensor, and the reason why is that it's the Pixel 5 is not continuing Project Soli, which is the motion sensor. It's not continuing on that. It's not continuing on biometric face unlock, right? So we're not gonna have like on here we have that very um, that very top section where you guys can see the sensors going off. That's all for like the face unlock. The Pixel 5 is gonna bring back the biometric fingerprint sensor in the back. They're gonna go back to that obviously because it looks like that there's not gonna be much of a design difference between the Pixel 4a series and then the Pixel 5. So we're expecting that it's gonna have that punch hole selfie camera in the front and all that stuff. A much more screen to body ratio would be much higher for the screen side of it. So maybe like a 97% screen to body ratio. So we're just really expecting that totally for like the Pixel 5. Black Friday is going to be canceled. Well, I think they'll still call it Black Friday, but I think it's just all going to be basically like what Cyber Monday is. Which, I mean, if you really look back in the last year, Black Friday and Cyber Monday have been blended together because you had like Black Friday that ran from, the Friday, which is the day after Thanksgiving, all the way until Monday morning. And then you had Cyber Monday start on Black Friday and run that entire weekend until Monday morning of the next week. So it's just really weird. But yeah, physically going into stores, no. So this year, Walmart and Target and all them is going to take a real big hit because you're not going to have like a massive line of people waiting outside Walmart to, go through the store. So those people who really enjoy watching the YouTube videos where it shows people getting into fights at Walmarts and stuff like that, you're not really going to see them now because it's going to be more like eBay bidding wars. People are going to be rushing to certain websites. Like I can see it now. A person that has like 5 different places they want to definitely buy something. So they're going to have those ordering tabs up with the item inside the cart, just waiting to click that, buy now and whatever. That's just going to be crazy. Not canceled, but people are not going to be forming crazy lines. Yeah, definitely. And they really shouldn't. I was never like a firm backer of Black Fridays and Cyber Mondays. Well, Cyber Mondays I was because you can order stuff from home. But, I always felt like that the day of Thanksgiving should be on Thanksgiving. Because like Black Friday's deals and sales actually started on Thanksgiving Day. Like it started the evening. So it's like what they expected people to do was cook a Thanksgiving meal, sit down and have a Thanksgiving meal, and then get up and then rush out to like spend the night in a tent outside in front of Walmart. Like that's not cool. I think the day of Thanksgiving should be where family spends time together because family congregate together at one of the relatives home, and they then get to catch up on how things have been. It's like to me, when you kind of look at the holidays, like you have like Halloween, where the kids get like all the sugar rush candy they wanted, and you get scared and all this other stuff. Then you got Thanksgiving, where family gets together, they catch up, see how each other are doing. But it also kind of helps the family gear up and prepare for Christmas, because conversations you'll hear, like, a person be like, "Oh yeah, I'm looking to get me a brand new DSLR camera," and then, oh boom, now you got a gift idea, and you can coordinate with other family members to be like, "Has anyone bought so and so a DSLR camera?" If they're like, "No," okay, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna have it sent to them for Christmas. So I mean, like, when you have like these Black Friday sales where people just rush out to go buy these things, that totally takes away from that environment. Unless you don't have a lot of family members and you are one that likes, to go and splurge and spoil yourself, then by all means. That's why I don't say that they should abolish Black Friday sales, but I really think they shouldn't push it on Thanksgiving Day. The day after, which is Black Friday, is be the day to go and do that. Um, Let's see. Looking forward to your review on the 4A and also compared to the Pixel 4. Yeah, I'm definitely going to compare the Pixel 4 to the 4A. I can tell you right now, the cameras in the 4A, the colors are much, much more vibrant than what I'm getting out of my Pixel 4. That's insane. But to me, also, that's kind of expected because the 4A is a newer device compared to the Pixel 4. So it should have better quality in that sense when you're using a camera sensor. Now, obviously, using a processing chip, it's not an 800 series, so it's not going to have the same beastly performance of an 800 series. That's totally fine. But cameras is where it's at. Am I buying the new PS5 or Xbox? No, no slash. Actually, I won't. Now I don't know if my son wants the PS5 or the Xbox. He's more of the gamer now. I'm 38 years old. Okay, I just celebrated a birthday 2 days ago. I just turned 38. So like my idea of video gaming, which you probably laugh at, I'm old school, like Nintendo and Super Nintendo and N64. So I'll get down on some Banjo Kazooie from N64. I'll get down on Mario. Even the Sega days, Sonic, Altered Beast, Golden Axe. Like I play those types of games. The newer games, I can play them, they're fun. But like, yeah, I just feel like a fish out of water when I play something like PUBG if I try to play that. Let's see. Does it have a headphone jack? Which one? You talking about the Pixel 4a? Because it absolutely does. Maybe a Nintendo 64 Mini will come out. Hey, if it does, that'd be awesome. That'd be totally awesome. I would really, really love to have a retro, but they gotta have the game library right. You know what I mean? Like, so Star Fox 64 has to definitely be in there. Mortal Kombat trilogy definitely has to be in that. Obviously, Mario. What's the other one? The Mario RPG game? Oh, no, that was on Super Nintendo. Oscar, what's going on? Yeah. So yeah, definitely. But yeah, the Pixel 4a definitely has a headphone jack. It's pretty nice. It's a really nice phone. I will tell people that. It's a really nice phone. It's small, compact, but it's got a lot. Like if you're watching videos, you got a whole lot of screen on there. Yeah, Ocarina of Time, definitely. The Master Quest version, right? Let's not do the simple Legend of Zelda. Let's get the Master Quest edition where it's much harder. Let's do that one. Hell, even Majora's Mask, like have both of them on the library list of it. I would definitely say that. But it would be great to have an N64 retro mini console come out like they did with the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo, because right now, like, it's really hard to find a good emulator that can run N64 games. Like that's the one thing that like really irks the hell out of me. Like you got a good emulator for PSP games, you got a good emulator for Nintendo, Game Boy, Sega, Sega Game Gear. Like there's good emulators for those types of games, but for N64 there's not really a good one that like runs very well. I mean, you have some that can run and they run pretty good for a time, and then it just starts to really just glitch out the game, and that just ruins the experience. Like I can't get into playing Banjo Kazooie, and then halfway through the game on the emulator, Kazooie just looks like an orange spike rather than a bird. Like it'll just start to annoy me. So tempted to buying the 4A. I wonder what happened to the rumored blue color model. Who knows? Maybe that could be the 4A 5G variant. I mean, we've seen a picture on Google's website, but obviously that's not like the final definitive versions of the phone. Because we know the Pixel 4a 5G is going to be bigger than the Pixel 4a. We know that. Obviously, it's going to have 5G capabilities, most likely supporting the Snapdragon 765G, which is the 700 series chip. A lot of people are speculating that it's going to go with the 600 series chip that's supposed to be 5G capable, but no, I don't think so. I think both the 5 and the Pixel 4a 5G are going to have the same processing chip. It's just going to be a difference in obviously build quality, obviously other features such as water and dust resistance, wireless charging, those types of things is going to make the difference between one. So that's why I feel like that the Pixel 5, I'm going to go on record and just take a guess at the price point and say $649 is what the Pixel 5 is going to cost, because the Pixel 4a 5G is going to go for $499. So I'm thinking like $150 more is going to be the price difference between them. Um, oh, you're busy with therapy? Okay. Sorry, I haven't been popping anyone's comments on there. I'm sorry about that. I'm not used to doing it this way, but obviously this helps, right? So everyone else can see. Um, Wait, does the S20 Note have the headphone jack too? S20, or you mean the S20 or the Note 20? I don't think any of those. As a matter of fact, I don't believe any of those have headphone jacks. Samsung has stopped putting headphone jacks on their phones for a while. I don't know about the A series devices. I don't really cover them. It needs Superman 64. Yes, I'm doing good, Oscar. I'm doing very good. Predictions on the new iPhone. Oh, I don't really have much predictions on that. I'll probably do like another video maybe later on next week about that. So if you want to come back, Slash, I'd appreciate that. I haven't really been covering too much of like the iPhone 12 and like the different variation models they're gonna have, only because of course this is gonna get kind of confusing for some people because both Google and Apple are now diving into 5G, right? So like Samsung's been putting out 5G devices, Motorola's been putting out 5G devices, LG's put out 5G devices, right? So next up is Apple and Google. They're going to put up 5G devices. So we'll see how it goes. But I do know there's going to be like specific ones that are LTE model only, and then specific ones that are 5G um, capable. So we'll see how that happens. But yeah, I'll put it out. I'll probably look into that since you're showing interest in that. Definitely look into that. Google makes the Pixel 5a dead on arrival with the 4a. What do you mean by dead on arrival? Why would it be dead on arrival? Totally burnt on phones. Don't even like them anymore. Yeah, a lot of people are starting to feel the pinch on that. It's because there's not really much being done with them. There's no there's really not much. I mean, if you're looking for innovation on a smartphone, that's not happening anymore. Now it's more of like keeping up with the network, right? Because we're now just flipping away from 4G and going into 5G. So more and more people are very, very interested in like how the network works, right? There's a reason why Sneed, Carlos, and Lawrence, Technoid, they got you covered on that. Well, Technoid is more about just like making fun tech videos and tech products, but definitely Sneed and Carlos and Lawrence, they're tech extremists. They're all really into the network itself, trying to help people understand how 5G is going to be, who's building out 5G, how they're doing it, what things they're doing. iPhone 12, it's coming with 4G LTE, no 5G, and it's coming with no charger or earbud. I don't know if I'm not mistaken. The iPhone 12, yeah, will be a 4G LTE variant, but like there's like I think a Pro and Pro Max version that will be 5G capable. So we're talking about like all the different variations of the iPhone 12. Um, the Pixel Buds are nice, but man, they have a very bad disconnection issue from one earbud to the other. I got a brand new pair sent to me from Google, and that pair is doing the same thing. Um, can real quick, Ruben, can you tell me what software version it's on? Like open the Pixel Buds app and have it connected, and then look to see underneath the each bud what number it says there. If it says 225, that's the original software that was in the Pixel Buds, because the Pixel Buds do update by connecting to your device. But if it's 296, that's the updated version. So like the software I'm talking about, because the buds actually have software in them. So double check and make sure that it is on 296 and not 225. Okay, let's see. Yeah, yeah, I'm doing good. Oh, it's 295? Huh. Wow. That is interesting. How long? Okay, so it still has. So basically, it still has the same issue that it had on the 225, where like when you move your head, does one start to disconnect from like one just stops playing sound and the other one does. Also, when you kind of like lay back in the relaxed position, it also starts to cut sound, and one is draining faster than the other. No, no, I understand you. 296, I understand you. Um, so it's still doing that, which was the issue with the original launch of the Pixel Buds. That was one of the major problems. I didn't experience that at first when I first unboxed them and was using them for like a week or two. And after a week or two, I started noticing that it was doing that. When I did get the update to 296, it actually fixed it for me. So not entirely sure. And it's weird how the software updates on it too. I'll tell you that much right now because like the Pixel Buds does not update on their own. You have to pair it with your device for it to receive the update. But it's weird. It's like it receives the update, but sometimes it doesn't like push the update like best way I can explain it is like it pushes the update to the earbuds, but then the earbuds does not install the update. So it's like sitting in limbo. I've read Reddit posts talking about that. So could be that. Try factory resetting the, Pixel Buds. When you hold the back button to a specific amount, I think it's 30 seconds you have to hold it down, and it starts the, factory reset of the earbuds, and then delete the Pixel Bud apps off your phone, clear the cache, delete it, and then reinstall it and repair them and all that. See if that fixes it. If it doesn't, um, I don't know, man. You could try and, try your luck for another pair, um, and just sell those ones and see if the next pair you buy is better, or if not, then go look at other options out there because there's other options today, like smart, truly wireless earbuds and smart technology is getting better. I know, like the next AirPods coming out is going to have similar features to the Pixel Buds as far as like assistant support and language translation, which is always nice. Firmware 550 is supposed to help with connectivity. See, there we go. What happened to the days when tech just worked and didn't need updates? Yeah, those were the days when before AI and all that stuff was involved. But yeah, let's see. Rolling out this week according to this morning's article. Okay. Hey, bro, how's everything? Big John, what's up, man? Everything's going good. I just figured out with live stream this morning. I'll try to reset, like you said. Yeah, and just yeah, hit me up in the comments on this live stream's comments if it worked or didn't work. I'll check back later on in the comments and see. See. Have you bought the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2? No. No, I don't buy phones. I mean, that's the reason why I don't have a lot of unboxings on my channel anymore. I don't go out and buy like every phone that comes out. Um, as much as like Roberto Blake says that variety channels don't work, I'm a varieties channel, so I will live stream. I'll talk about whatever's going on in tech, or I'll talk about whatever I feel like talking about. Like lately, I've been having my sister guest host and kind of like talk about, those touchy subjects that we've been trying to spread awareness about. So yeah, I'm more of a varieties channels now, not specifically dedicated only to unboxings or anything like that. Uh, You actually love the True Engine 3 SE earbuds? I'm gonna look those up. I've never heard of those. Cause like I mean I've gotten wireless earbuds from TrebLab. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them. But like their products is like more geared to like people like who go and work out. So like it's like sweat resistant. It's not dust resistant, but it's sweat resistant. And yeah, I'm really surprised. As a matter of fact, I did a video using the Pixel 4 with my Treblabs connected to it, and the audio on it came from the earbuds itself. And someone had commented that it almost sounds studio quality, so that's actually pretty good. I like that. But yeah, so I just kind of give you guys a perspective of how my wife feels about the Pixel 4a. She loves it. Um, she actually feels that it's a much more better setup than what the Pixel 3a is. She loves the weight on it because the Pixel 3a is a bit more heavier than the 4a, so they did lighten the load for it being comfortable in your hand as far as holding it for long periods of time. So that's always a nice touch. Um, and then she threw a case on it. There, sound Pete's brand. Okay, I'll check those out. Um, She loves the cameras on it because she likes Snapchat and whatnot. But I think the thing that she really loves more about it is that it is louder than what the Pixel 3a is, and also the bass clarity, mids, and treble is kind of equal. I mean, she says that the mids are a little bit higher than what she's used to, but she loves the fact that with the bottom firing speaker, the bass out of it, it's not overbearing. So you can feel the bass from the speaker in your hand. You can hear it also as well. So it's got those nice punchy sounds when it needs to have it, but it's not where like the bass is overbearing, like back in the 1990s when you used to hook up your house stereo speakers into your car so you can make your car rattle. um, and then came like kickers and JBLs with was it capacitors connected to the amp, so you pretty much don't like kill out your what's the word I'm thinking of, alternator. Yeah, it doesn't sound like that. The bass is not overbearing, so that's actually nice. They really try to balance the sounds, and I think that's really good when a company can do detail like that and think of those things. You're waiting on your 4A right now at work. It's supposed to be delivered. All right. Well, when you get it, I think you're gonna like certain things about it. Like it's not a perfect phone, so you may find some things, compared to to other phones of your liking that may be missing in the Pixel 4a. Who knows? I'm just saying. But I think as far as camera, screen, and all that stuff, it's actually really nice. It's really small than what it looks like. I mean, it's not tiny, but it is almost the same. Like I took my Pixel 4 out of the case and compared it side by side. It's slightly just a smidge smaller. Just to be more real, it's actually the same size as the Pixel 2. So it's the same size as this. Um, but the screen with all that screen real estate, it's actually really nice. The punch hole camera, I don't know about that. That is subjective because some people don't like it. Some people are okay with it, and yeah, get her 90s boombox and glue the phone to it. No, no, but yeah. So I mean, the audio she really likes because she watches a lot of videos on her phone. She watches a lot of TikTok. She's into that. Unfortunately, I love my wife, but I just can't stand TikTok. It's freaking annoying to me, but other people like it, and you know what? To each his own, right? My what I like doesn't mean that everyone has to like the same thing. But she watches a lot of TikTok, and so she's always constantly listening to stuff. She listens to her music. So yeah. Hey TJ, what's up, man? Can you put an external micro SD card in the 4A? No. As a matter of fact, a lot of devices today are going away with micro SD. Pixels have never had it where you can put an SD card in it. They never had expandable storage, and that's just because they have options like Google One, which basically combines like perks from Google plus storage, right? So you get like a lot of storage, and then on top of that, you get like discounts on hotel stays and restaurants and stuff like that. So it's like a really good exclusive members program that you pretty much sign up for. Or if you have Google Fi on the unlimited plan, you get that with your unlimited plan purchase. So I have the Pixel 3 as well as others, and I have a Nubia Red Magic 5G. I still prefer the Pixel. That's nice. Pixels are, they're getting better. Google really knows what they're doing with mid rangers. That's what I will give them. With flagships, they're a little bit too googly for themselves. My wife does it too. No worries. Oh, TikTok. Your wife's on TikTok a lot too. Yeah. Over the years, do you play console gaming or no? Because for me, console gaming is not the same like it was back in the day. Yeah, it's not. I don't play any console gaming. I actually run a lot of emulators on my Chromebook. So I have the PSP emulator, so I can play like PSP games. And then for like anything that's like kind of like a quirky video game, I actually play Google Stadia. I have a subscription to Stadia, and I play on that. And that's what I've been playing as far as like games, and that's actually been working out pretty great. I like some of the games they have on there. I haven't checked what the new August free game pack is because like every month they set specific games to be like free to Stadia Pro members. So I have to go and see what games are free that I can claim and own on Stadia so I can play it whenever I want. See, bring back Vine over TikTok. As a matter of fact, Byte is It is a competition to TikTok. Byte is Vine 2.0. The creators of the app called Byte, which I'll type it in, so you can find it in the Play Store or the App Store, whichever phone you have. But Byte, the one of the creators of Vine built Byte as Vine 2.0 and to pay homage to Vine. And then because TikTok's been around for a while, but TikTok kind of like took the idea from Vine, right? Because Vine was still around back when TikTok came out. So they kind of like jacked that idea. Oh, you can play emulators on Chromebooks? Yeah, you can play emulators on Chromebooks. Shoot, like the newer Chromebooks, I say Chromebooks that came out from like I believe 2016 up to now also have the ability to install Android apps. So you can install apps from the Play Store. So you can install like those emulators on there, which is what I did. I'm in a Call of Duty and Fortnite on my phone. Nice. You couldn't install? Yeah, yeah. You can run emulators on a Chromebook. That's one of the cool things about it. Like I'm looking to upgrade my Chromebook, so I'm actually on the search for a Pixelbook Go, and that's actually what I'm going to start using to like do a lot of videos and stuff like that, and live streaming. And then this Chromebook, I'm going to completely just take a lot of the software off of it, like a lot of the apps and stuff that I have, and just strictly use it for gaming. Because it's got a really nice, like really nice big display. This is like the Acer CV515. So it's an older Chromebook, and it's got a touch display and speakers on the bottom panel right here. I think it's nice, but I've had it for a long time already. It's starting to show its sign of wear and tear. So time to look for a Pixelbook Go. You're buying a Chromebook then? Yeah, definitely. I say, and you'll actually, because like what I do with my Chromebook, you can use Bluetooth, controllers. But what I have to actually play with, games on the emulators is I actually have like a PS3 with a USB cable, and I have it plugged into the Chromebook, and it automatically recognizes it. I don't have to like do any quirky thing to get it to recognize the gamepad, and then I just play games on Stadia. I play games on various emulators like the Gendroid emulator. I play Sega games on that. Um, yeah, it's tons of fun. So then basically what I have this Chromebook loaded up with is a bunch of game ROMs from, like Cool ROM or any of those other websites you can get ROMs from. That's pretty cool. As a matter of fact, some of the game streaming I did, like Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max for PSP, like I was playing that, and I was doing it was funny. I did a stream where I was playing as Dan. I don't know if you guys remember Dan in Street Fighter, but like he's like from SNK Rio. He's like him. And so his fireball does not go past his hand. So it's pretty hard. You have to like he's a fighter that if you're playing Street Fighter, he's a fighter that is more of a close combat fighter. So he does more damage and has more combinations being up close with his enemy than being a distance back. So unlike characters like Ryu and Ken, who can throw a fireball from fully across the screen and attack, Dan can't. So it took me a while to beat the game because when I was going up against Balrog, he was just whipping my butt like insanely quickly. Finally, I beat him, thinking that he's like the final boss for his storyline, and then you end up still having to fight Bison, who has the Psycho Crusher special, which takes more than half your life if you're not blocking. And Bison also, the AI in the game itself, Bison, he constantly pummels you with heavy attacks to drop your guard meter. So by the time it's like just inches, even when you're blocking and he hits the Psycho Crusher, it will knock the rest of your guard gauge down, which breaks your block and then makes you susceptible to the attack, and you still lose half your life. Like Bison's the most dirtiest cheat character in the Street Fighter saga. Gene, what's up, man? You have a Chromebook too, bro? That's awesome. Yours is LTE. Mine's isn't. So I can't put a LTE SIM. I can't put a SIM card in it and connect to LTE. But I do have that little MiFi box that T-Mobile gave out for the T-Mobile test drive. I have that with the data only Google Fi SIM card in it, and that's how I have internet everywhere I go with the Chromebook. So that's kind of cool. Um, that's good. What am I talking about? Well, earlier in the stream, I was talking about the Pixel Buds, and then I was also talking about the Pixel 4a, and just kind of like giving an update. It's not a 24-hour update because 1 o'clock in the afternoon would actually be like 24 hours. But the wife gave me some good talk points about the phone and her experience about it. She really likes it. She loves the sound quality out of it. That's what she's really noticing right now. That and the cameras is like really good. Um, and she's still got more apps and stuff to download, and she's got like other games. Like she plays that music game. I forgot. I don't even know what it's called, but like you can compete against other people, and like it plays like 10 seconds of a song, and you have to quickly like choose what the name of the song is or who the artist is, and you play against other people. I think it's like called Song Pop. I think that's what it's called. She plays that as a game. Her and her friends like playing that. But I'm really gonna get some good photo and videos next week. um, the next weekend, so not this weekend coming up, but the weekend after, she is going out of state with her best friend. They're gonna go take a weekend trip to celebrate her birthday because her birthday's on the 27th. So hers is 9 days after mine. My youngest daughter's is 9 days before mine. So yeah, she's got a birthday coming up. The 4A was her birthday gift. Um, Yeah. So, I mean, if you guys want, because I know I did a live stream, and I know like some people didn't like the way that I live streamed the first impressions because I was doing it with this iPhone 7, and it was pretty much in this state, so it was more of portrait than landscape like this. So a lot of people didn't like that. But if you guys want to see like a new unboxing of the Pixel 4a, B Tech Reviews unboxed his. You guys can check his unboxing out if you guys really like unboxings. How's the camera on the phone? The camera is actually better than as far as like color representation. The colors are more vibrant taken with the Pixel 4a than they are with the Pixel 4. I'm putting together a like a quick little photo review of the Pixel 4a, and then I'll have some comparison photos. So I'm going to taking some photos with the 4 and the 4a, and then comparing them side by side. You can expect those in the next 2 weeks. Hey Rax, I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? How's life out there? I like that little. Is that an angry bird? There's right here. Someone tell me that's an angry bird. It looks like one, but I could be wrong. I'm not up to date with like movies and stuff like that today. I know for my birthday, the wife cooked me a fantastic surf and turf dinner, and then after that, the kids wanted to watch Star Wars Episode 9 because they know I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So we ended up watching that. And then last night, my sister was talking to me, and then I don't know how the conversation got into Star Wars. And I know she pretended that she had to go to the bathroom to get off our video chat call because I was racking her brain. I literally went down the timeline of Star Wars and tried to explain to her about some of the older games like Knights of the Old Republic and the Old Republic, and then the Eternal Throne. I went through those timelines, characters involved into that, went into the prequels, basically Anakin's fall to the dark side and all that stuff. Tried to explain that to her. Um, then how it connected with Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Then that leads into episodes 4, 5, and 6. Then the Mandalorian TV series is like the gap between episode 6 and episode 7. Then explaining episode 7 to 9 and how Rey is the granddaughter of Emperor Palpatine. Like I went through the whole 9 yards. I even brought up like some well-known characters like Darth Nihilus, who was like the eater of energy, right? Like Darth Nihilus didn't have a physical body after a while. His physical form started to fade. The more and more he started to sap the life, using the Force to sap the life force out of other beings and like other Jedi and other Sith. So yeah, he ended up being just like a cloak with energy inside of it. It's around 11:30 p.m. there. It's 10:45 a.m. over here. Yeah, so I literally like destroyed my sister's mind. So she was like, she gave me the whole, she was like, "Oh, I really got to use the bathroom, but I'll call you back." And I know what that meant. That meant I mean, like, don't expect the phone to ring. She ain't calling back. But I was like explaining to her because, like, I mean, yeah. Pray for Rax, man. Um, Yeah, she hasn't watched any of the Star Wars series. Like when I was a young kid, I couldn't get into Star Wars just because the way my friends were explaining it. They did a real crappy job, because had they really explained the way that Star Wars is, I would have gotten into it as a kid, like, when I was like 5, and would have been heavy into it way back then. But yeah, you can't stop laughing. Yeah. So yeah, I went through all that, and then I think what's also what killed her brain was, like, I talked to her about Star Wars Legend, right? Star Wars Legends is not canon to the Star Wars story. So in Star Wars Legend, Han and Leia have more than one child. So there's but the more recognized ones are the twins, Jaina and Jason Solo. Who Jason Solo falls to the dark side and becomes Darth Kaitis. So he's the vision that Luke sees when Luke has nightmares of Darth Vader returning. It's a sign of one of the Skywalkers is going to fall to the dark side, and it just so happens to be Jason Solo, who's he's pretty strong. He descends, he becomes Darth Kaitis. His sister is, charged by the Jedi Council to be the one to either redeem her brother or take him out. And then, was it Ben Skywalker, who's Luke's son, ends up trying to help Jaina and then trying to redeem Darth Kaitis back to the light side. Well, it's funny because, the episodes 7, 8, and 9, Ben Solo is basically the embodiment of Darth Kaitis. It's just I guess what they did was they adapted that from Star Wars Legends, but they didn't want to have all these different, next generation Skywalkers, because technically there's Jason and Jaina Solo, there's Anakin Solo, there's Ben Skywalker, and I think Han and Leia had another son who was killed. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. Han Solo? Yeah. Han Solo and Leia had kids. In Legend, the Star Wars Legends, they had kids. They had I think 3 or 4 kids. Luke only had one, and he named him after old Ben Kenobi, or Obi-Wan Kenobi, who when you think about it, how Obi-Wan went into exile and kind of like watched over Luke on Tatooine, that's like the worst cover-up name ever. Like, oh, who's that guy that lives out on like on the desert? Oh, that's old Ben Kenobi. Like, you're still like, all you gotta do. If I was Darth Vader, your name is old Ben Kenobi. Okay, Obi-Wan. Like, it's just so random, but it's like, hey, it's the movie itself. I mean, I was explaining to my sister how Anakin, how he was born, how his mother his mother had a virgin birth. His mother never knew the she never knew a man's touch. Trying to keep it PG. So Anakin was technically born of a virgin birth, and then my sister, she's very religious, so she's like, oh, so they stole that basically, from Jesus, and I'm like, yeah, that and about various other cultural religions, like Greek mythology and Egyptian mythology and all that stuff. But I was just like, yeah, but they knew that people would get offended by it, so they kind of give a backstory on how that happened. Which technically, what it was Darth Plagueis knew the art of trying to keep people that he knew from dying, and Darth Sidious pretty much learned that ability, but also learned how to manipulate midichlorians. So Darth Sidious was able to create life using the Force and impregnate that life into Anakin's mother, hoping that she would give birth to the most supreme Sith Lord. However, the Force is balanced always as is. And so Anakin was born neither light or dark. And that's the reason why Palpatine has such an interest in Anakin, and also how he knew all of Anakin's fears so quickly. So you can kind of say that I guess Darth Sidious is the father of Anakin, when technically he really didn't do the deed to make him. So yeah, I'm a big Star Wars nerd. I love the fact that the Mandalorian season 2 is going to have Ahsoka Tano, because I was trying to explain to my sister too the ending of episode 9. If you guys didn't see it, tell me now, and I won't say nothing about it. But if you guys seen it, or if you guys are not into Star Wars, then that's totally fine. So I'll give like a minute or so. But yeah, I was talking about the ending. I was talking about the dramatic ending and how I think they should have done the ending to episode 9. But that's, yeah. Well, no one's telling me not to say it. So okay, so there are various different content creators on YouTube who took the ending of episode 9, the point where when Rey's laying on the ground, she's looking to the sky and she's watching Darth Sidious basically use Force lightning to try and destroy the Rebel fleet. And he's that powerful. Like, he shot Force lightning into the sky and it just spread and started attacking every Rebel ship. Um, am I doing any more live streams again today or with groups? Today, if the package from Lawrence, who you guys know as Chanel 808 Hawaii Life comes in, when that comes, I am gonna do a live unboxing of the gifts that he sent me, and he's gonna be live with me on it. I'm gonna ask him to join me so he can like help me explain some of the things that he put in there because there was like a bunch of stuff in this box. I don't know all the details of the box or contents of it, but this is my second box that he's given me. He lives in Hawaii, so I know there's going to be snacks in there, and I am ready to freaking get my grind on. I mean, shit, the fucking pigeon in me is gonna come out. But yeah, you know, I'm ready for that unboxing. So I'll be doing that later on today. I don't know exactly what time. It depends when the package comes in, and if Lawrence is available to live stream with me, then I'll be doing that. Um, but yeah, let's see. The news sequel series is not the best. So it's not. You seen it? I haven't seen it yet. I haven't started watching it yet. So if it's not that good, then I'll still check it out just to see how bad it is. But I know that it's supposed to have Ahsoka in it, and the reason why I emphasize on that is because I'm hoping that with the Mandalorian series, yeah, suspected spam caller, talk to Google Assistant. But anyways, because like I was like when I was explaining to my sister, like there's content creators on YouTube that kind of helped to understand. So like when Rey's looking to the sky and she's starting to recite, be with me, she's trying to reach out to the Jedi Masters who have passed. And then you start hearing all those voices, right? Like you hear them speaking to her. And no one really knew who was who. I mean, you can identify certain voices, like you can identify Anakin's voice, you can identify Yoda's voice, and the younger Obi-Wan's voice. I don't think people caught that the older Obi-Wan's voice was theirs too, which didn't actually make sense. Why would you have both the elder and the younger Obi-Wan speaking to Rey? But anyways, so somebody, yo, Sneed, what's up? My Daily Side, what's up? So anyways, there are content creators who decided to like edit that scene and like kind of like put like faint images of each Jedi Master that was speaking to Rey towards the end. And I was trying to explain that to my sister while I was basically, exploding her head with so much Star Wars knowledge and stuff like that. And I was telling her like Ahsoka had spoken to Rey. And the only way that you're really going to really do that is if you're already in I think it's called the ethereal plane, where Jedi Masters live who have passed. So they can come back as Force ghosts, but that's where they pretty much live. But Ahsoka spoke from there, so obviously Ahsoka Tano is dead by the time that that episode 9 is out. So in the Mandalorian, Orlando, what's up? In the Mandalorian series, we have Rosario Dawson playing as Ahsoka Tano. So maybe in that it's going to explain as to if or how Ahsoka dies. Oh yeah, appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah. No, you don't have to give anything, man. Like you really don't. I don't expect super chats. I don't expect any of that stuff. And then, just if it was just 1 penny, bro, I'd cherish that penny. I'd put it in like a case and hang it right here. You just being here and hanging out with me is all the support. That's all the support right there, bro. Like I mean, I know what you go through. You share with me a lot of your personal life, but you're going through how you budget a lot of your funds because you're in school, you're studying hard, and you're trying not to waste money. So yeah, I really appreciate it, man. I really do. Well, we did talk about the Pixel Buds having more colors and being sold at Best Buy for 179. I did talk about my wife's feedback on the Pixel 4a. So far, she went out last night. She stayed out quite long. She stayed out till like 2 in the morning. She did take a photo. Here, I'll share my screen. This was taken with night sight after the sun went down, so the sky was still kind of lit, but it wasn't like it was at a park with a lot of trees. So let me just kind of share this so you guys can see it. Okay, so this is a photo right here. She took this at a park. You can see the sky is slightly lit. It's not like really lit. The sun has already went down. But this is what she got with the Pixel 4a, and she's not like a photographer, so I always tell her with night sight, hold the phone still until it's done. When you see that ring complete, that means it's done. And sometimes she has a habit of going on night sight, snapping the photo, holding it for like 2 seconds, and then she like brings the phone down like that. And I told her that distorts the image. But honestly, you gotta say, with this, it's actually quite nice. You can see the wall back there, which in a normal camera shot, I'll tell you this right now because I kind of know where this is. This would all be dark. So like this whole back wall area would have been dark. You wouldn't have captured any detail to see that there's like a bush there, another bush there, another bush right there. You wouldn't be able to see those things. So the night sight's actually pretty good, but I'm gonna get some more photos in depth about it later on. So yeah, and then I'm actually gonna do a comparison. One thing I will say is that right out the gate, the colors from the Pixel 4a when it comes to taking the photos and video is that the colors are more vibrant than what you see them on the Pixel 4. So like when I had them both in the live stream yesterday, pointed towards my lamp over here, you can really see that my lamp is like of a goldish bronze color. And with this, it was more of like a dark kind of like medium brown color. And I was like, that's kind of weird but hey, the Pixel 4a is a newer phone, so the cameras better be a little bit better, or at least the image processing. But the other thing I noticed about the Pixel 4a, I don't know if a lot of people notice this about smartphones. Have you ever like had a smartphone where you launch the camera app, whether it's a Samsung, Motorola, LG, doesn't matter, but just I'll explain what happens. But you open the camera app and so you switch from photo to video mode, right? So it switches to that. You ever notice that like when you look at the viewfinder, so you look at the screen on your phone and you're in video mode and you're like, okay, I'm going to take a video. And then you click for the video and then all of a sudden, like the colors, the color, the image processing, the color and stuff like that, it just changes. It either like goes like darker or goes like a lot brighter, but it's not the same as it was before you click to start the video. With the Pixel 4a, it doesn't do that. There is no, once you hit record to start recording the video, the same view that you see in the viewfinder of what you're about to shoot the video of, it stays the same from, the image itself. It doesn't zoom in or zoom out more. And then the colors are still as vibrant as they are before you hit record. That's kind of cool. All right, Oscar, take it easy, bro. Appreciate you coming in. What is my go-to Android phone right now? My Pixel 4 is my go-to Android phone. That is my go-to Android phone. Now, if I end up getting the iPhone 10, then that will be my go-to iPhone. Because I do have iPhones. I have iPhone 7, iPhone 6s Plus. The wife is using the iPhone 10s. So I do have some iPhones. But I prefer Android over iOS more just because some of the things that I do. And it's like with iOS is, it's kind of a little bit more cumbersome to use that method versus using what I use on Android. But I mean, they're okay. Both platforms, as far as like the software, are almost identical to an extent of what they do. The way, I mean, you just use apps on them. That's really what it is. So yeah. Other than that, man, I mean, if I had to choose one, I would tell everyone all the time. If someone came to me and said, "Okay, pick one, iPhone or Android," it's gonna be Android. If they're like, "Pick between your iPhone and Pixel," it's gonna be my Pixels. But yeah, so for those that just came in a little bit later, so the 4A does really good on photos and videos. And I'll have some samples and I'll do some comparisons over the next couple of weeks. And the audio is well balanced and it's good. It's loud. It's actually got a bit more bass than the Pixel 3a does. So that's a nice touch to it. They did lighten the load of the phone, so the Pixel 3a is heavier than the Pixel 4a, which is a good thing because if you're holding the phone for a long period of time, the weight of the phone shouldn't be causing discomfort. So she found it to be comfortable to hold. She held on to it majority of the night. If someone gave you a Windows phone, will you use it? I've used Windows before, and I've said it before. I like Windows Mobile. Like I like the way that it had it set up with the live tiles and everything. Like I thought that was a nice touch. The only problem with Windows Mobile and the reason why it failed is that it had no app support. So Inc. developing a Snapchat app for Windows. You didn't have Facebook Incorporated, basically building an Instagram app for Windows Mobile. They built a very quirky Facebook app for Windows. It wasn't that good, in my opinion, but that was a problem because the reason why a lot of people jumped away from Windows Mobile was no app support. The apps that they did have in the App Store for Windows mobile phones, those apps were built by third party, and I mean like developers that are based in India. Which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with anyone from India, but um, some of these guys who built the apps work for those those online scammers and those phone scammer companies, like the people that build an actual company scamming people out of their money, having them buy like Google Play gift cards and giving them this, or doing all that crap. They were also building apps so they can cipher people's login informations, and hijack people's Facebook's accounts and then, hold it for ransom. They were doing that. So that's why Windows Mobile really kind of fell, because people were like, nah, they can't trust third party. And there's just no app support. That was really sad. Why developers don't make apps for Windows? Laziness, I guess you can say. Because most of the time, you got to think about it. Back in the day, most of these companies like Snapchat and them, they developed more for iPhones. When Android started to get, a lot better and ended up surpassing iOS, because it did at one point in time, Android passed, actually it still is that way. Android did pass iOS as far as like, functionality and usability. And now like companies like Snapchat kind of focus a little bit more on Android side. Because I don't know if for those who've used the Snapchat on Android, you guys noticed that like back in the day, when you took photos of Snapchat, they look crappy. That's just because on the Android side, it wasn't really using your camera to take the photo. It was using your camera to see you like in a selfie, or use your back camera to see what you were looking at. And what Snapchat was really actually doing on Android was screenshotting and keeping that as a photo. Whereas on iPhones, it actually took a photo using the camera sensors. And that recently changed, I think I'm going to say a year or two ago with Snapchat. Now with Android's Snapchat app, if you snap a photo, it's using the camera sensor to snap that photo. That's why the photo qualities are looking better on the Android side for Snapchat. But yeah, Facebook and them, they weren't really supportive of Windows Mobile, so they didn't really build out anything for it. They just laziness. I guess you can say with all these companies like TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, like they can handle developing for 2 different software platforms, but they can't handle doing 3. So yeah. But anyways, guys, we've hit the hour mark. I'm gonna go and let you guys go because I am going to stream again once the package from Lawrence comes in. I'm gonna reach out to Lawrence on Twitter, see if he wants to join me on a live stream. We're gonna unbox this package, and I'm gonna show you guys what's inside of it. And if you guys hear my neighbors walking down the stairs, because that's why it kind of slants like that. Above this is a staircase that goes to my upstairs neighbor's apartment. So they got elephant feet, man. So it's like, it's like wow. But yeah, I'm gonna do another live stream later on with Lawrence. All right, Slash, thanks for coming in. My Daily Side, thank you for coming in, and thanks for the super chat as well. Really appreciate that. John from Magic Tech Review, thanks for popping in and that super chat donation as well. I'll put it to good use. Orlando, Maverick. Let me pop this real quick. I never tried a Google device, but I heard good things. The closest thing I've had to pure Google experience is Motorola. Yeah, Motorola is very close to it. Motorola, they got rid of their Moto Blur skin, so Moto Blur is not a thing anymore, and they just really just went with stock Android. OnePlus and Motorola are very close to a stock Android experience. They have their own spin on it, like Motorola has their own spin on the camera, and OnePlus has their features and gestures and whatnot, but it's pretty much similar. But like really, to dive into it, yeah, Pixel is the way to go. If you really want to just have a solid, just straight Google experience, Pixel is the way to go. All right, Rax, take it easy. Thanks for coming in, popping in. Pixel 4a 5G. Yep, you can expect that in October. Hey, Tito, Boost Mobile is doing a new sign in for the service with iPhone 7, $29. Is that a good deal, bro? Yeah, it's actually pretty good. iPhone 7s are still pretty good. Just don't expect a lot out of the iPhone 7 regarding iOS 14. There are some issues with that. I'll explain that in a different video because I have this iPhone 7 on iOS 14 beta, and I've been experiencing some issues. So I'm going to go over that in a future video. Just received mine today, and I love it. Having trouble setting up my cards in GPay, though. What kind of problems are you having? Hey, Coffee, what's going on, man? Yeah, my data side, no problem, bro. Before I go, real quick, Mac, what issues is it giving you when you're trying to set up your GPay with your debit cards? Is it giving you any errors? It won't register like so it doesn't register any of your debit cards at all. One form of P as default. Are you using Wi-Fi coffee or are you using your mobile service provider's data? Asked me to show ID and I did. It didn't go through. Um, so reach out to Google Tech Support. I don't know. Do you have a membership to Google One? Because you can fastly reach Google Support through the Google One app if you're a subscribed person to it. If you're not, then just go to support.google.com and just chat with the online support rep and let them know what's going on with that. And also talk with your bank too, because maybe your bank like kind of put a restriction on that just because they want to protect your banking info. So I would double check with that. Gas station phone, LOL. What's a gas station phone? Pixels? I'll tell you, Pixels are not gas station phones. Just to answer your question about Pixels, I could order from abroad, but custom taxes and all. Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, that sucks, man. You're using Wi-Fi? Wow, that's crazy. Speed test your Wi-Fi and also see the latency on that. That's why I use the old phone. iPhone SE first generation. The NFC works great with my prepaid debit card. Nice. All right, cool. Okay. So be on the lookout for the next live stream later on today, and I'm gonna be doing an unboxing of all kinds of stuff. Hopefully the mail came. Let me check real quick. If it's here, maybe I'll just go run out and get it. I still want Lawrence to join me. Oh, my prescriptions are ready at my pharmacy to pick up because I'm diabetic. All right, USPS.com or their app. Their app is solid. I like using their app. Let's see. Is it been delivered? No, still out for delivery. Hopefully the box can fit in the parcel box. That'd be kind of cool. Anyways, I'm gonna go look up for that package because I don't want no one jacking my stuff because people today are just very not everybody, but just people in my neighborhood are dishonest. They've been stealing everybody's packages, right? So I gotta be on the lookout for that. But yeah, be on the lookout for my live stream. Y'all take it easy. Wait, hold on. My phone has 5G, but I switched, change your preference network back to 4G because my speeds are not good. Who's your carrier, TJ? By the way, just real quick before I go. All right, my daily side, take it easy. Have a great day. Hopefully, I see you again later. Yeah, because I know and this will get better. Like I'll tell people right now. I know the big homie Sneed is probably going to disagree with me on this, but like right now is not really a time that I would invest in a 5G phone. Just honestly, there's still a ways to go for the network to be built out. But I am seeing some good things, and if you guys haven't caught Sneed's video, check it out. Dish is going to be doing some amazing things. I really didn't have that kind of confidence in Dish, but seeing what Sneed was talking about and the way that they're going to build out their network is now like a go. That's like a go for me. So if it's to try it out, if I have to ditch Google Fi, then believe me, I'm gonna drop Google Fi as my carrier. Damn, super chat don't work. No, that's fine, man. Don't worry about it. T-Mobile 5G, yeah. Well, as the big homie Sneed and Carlos would say, that's the reason why. T-Mobile's 5G is not there yet, and they are a ways behind because of the merger. So this is what I'll say from what I've gathered knowledge on from Sneed and everybody, just talking with them. So T-Mobile is behind quite a bit. I mean, you got the merger. They've merged with Sprint, right? And so their network really can't handle that load. I'll be honest right now. It's the reason why that T-Mobile is doing such shady things, in my opinion, to Sprint customers is to kind of like be that a-hole that makes them want to switch to another provider, because the time that they tried to just get a massive amount of Sprint customers onto the T-Mobile network, that's what caused that outage that everybody was talking about like a month or two back. And they can't really support it. But like the way that they're building out, their network, and the way that they upgrade their towers is not cool at all. Like Carlos has dropped a lot of info. He's actually shared some photos I've seen where when you look at a tower that belongs to T-Mobile, they did some upgrades to it, but they left some of the older panels still on the tower. And if you zoom your camera into those panels, you'll see that the fiber cable is not connected to them. So while those panels are still outputting a signal that your phone can connect to, it'll connect to it because it's outputting a signal. But as far as like data and voice and cellular, there's no fiber line connected to that panel. So you're connected to a false dead panel. So it's an actual dead panel that's outputting live signal only to connect to it, which does you guys for T-Mobile experience, bad data speeds because you're like, okay, I'm connected to this tower. Like if you were to use Signal Check Pro and see how many towers you're connected to, some of those towers could have dead panels on it that have no fiber cables connected to it. Because then the famous lines from RFK Tech, the skunk ape have eaten the fiber to get daily fiber in their lives. So they've eaten them. Basically, it's terminology to say that there's nothing connected to that panel, and your phone is connected to that panel. So you're going to have 5 towers that you're connected to, but maybe only 2 of them are outputting a signal that you're connecting to, and that's the reason why it's slow. So I would say on T-Mobile, I don't have the faith in them that their 5G is going to be any good. They don't really focus too much on the millimeter wave, according to Snead. They need to actually work on that. They haven't rolled out band 71 when they need to. They're upgrading towers that have band 66, but they're not doing a band 71 rollout, much less when you look at Sprint's band 41, download speeds is really good on it, because I just did a speed test video where my Google Fi phone actually connected to a Sprint signal. They connected to both band 25, which was 10 by 10, and then it connected to band 41 afterwards. But the upload is just atrocious. But these are some of the things you're going to expect with T-Mobile. So I would say, like, if you really want to have a better 5G experience, you might as well start looking at Verizon or AT&T or maybe Dish. Anyway, for the Pixel, I couldn't afford it for cash anyways. I prefer it with a carrier. Ah, I see. So I'm gonna get the iPhone 7 or 8 next year. Maybe a Samsung S10 if it drops dramatically. Yeah, and according to T-Mobile, not T-Mobile, Samsung, the S10 should get support for the next 3 years, but we'll have to see that when it happens. I've been good, Isaac. The family's doing great. My wife still feels bad because she picked the wrong candles for my birthday cake. So she was so upset. And I was like, I was trying to comfort her because it's no big deal. She put 37 on the cake. I turned 38. So I was like, I would definitely love to be 37 for one more year again. No problems. But she felt really bad. So you guys might have caught that on the stream I did when they sung happy birthday to me, my kids and my wife. But yeah. All right, guys, I don't want to take too much of your time because I am going to live stream again when that package from Lawrence comes in. So I can show you guys what he sent me and, just talk story a little bit, maybe a little bit more about tech, maybe just about some other things. Like I said, I don't care about YouTube's algorithm anymore. I'm a varieties channel. I will talk about things that I want to talk about, and hopefully you guys enjoy those subjects. So I'm not trying to game the game anymore. YouTube, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I'm a varieties channel. I like talking about whatever I feel like, and some of you guys like that. Some people don't. That's okay. But I'll see you guys later, okay? So if you guys have notifications turned on, that's good. But yeah, like in maybe like an hour or two, I'll be back. Hopefully. I'm gonna go check the mail. So talk to y'all later. Take it easy. Law.